Now, what we need to do is to wrap up this section. You have seen how to tackle this. You need to read the text very carefully. Remember, every time you are reading this, the instructions given to you and the literal scenario that you're given in order to be able to summarize the given text. What I would like to give you, after having done all this work, is how your summary would look like, what your facts should be like, and what do we call quotation, and what it means to quote, and what will happen to you if you quote in a summary. Right. If you look at this, we have a table for you. If we say you are using quotations, this is when you would, whether you use quotation marks or you don't, if you use the words exactly as they appear in a text, that is quoting. It's easy to use the term. But in the examinations, we say you are lifting, and we make it more of a crime. Very serious. Serious to an extent that you end up losing valuable marks. You are not writing an exam to get half a mark. If it's 10, you don't write to get at least 5 marks. You are writing an examination, a particular section also, to get total marks. Because what the exam does to you is to see how much you have learned and how much you know in terms of your learning. Now, if you look on this other side where we have our facts, and like we said, you must list, look, we have written one, and then we write a full sentence there, and then a full sentence must always have a full stop at the end. Remember, if you don't use any of the punctuation mark, you lose marks. You have extra marks other than the marks that you have for your facts. You have 7 marks and you have 3 marks for language. And it is from these 3 marks that we can deduct marks if you do not put your punctuation. So be careful. A full stop should be put where it should be. Start your sentence with a capital letter. That's how we write. Do not invent a new form of writing. You will be heavily penalized. And if you look at what we have there with the other facts, you would have your number 2, and then you would have your facts, and so on. The same with all this section. If you look on the left-hand side with the quotation side. So what you need to do there is, if you do this with your quotations, you will avoid using your quotation marks on this side. Because once you use them here, it'll be wrong. So avoid them at all costs. They are not necessary. The best thing you can do if you do that is to avoid being very clever, where you would, under quotation, you would put it as it is and leave out the quotation marks. You would still have lifted because the words would have been exactly as they appear in the text. Therefore, you would lose marks. Be careful, be warned. I think we are done with this section. It's 10 marks. Once you have your 7 points, you have used your own words, you have answered the question, you have 7 marks. And because you have used your own words and the language is correct, you will get your 3 marks. Wow, 10 out of 10. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Isn't that what you are working for, to get all the marks? Who doesn't want to be a star? We all want to shine. So if you get all your marks, be a star and shine.